Right then, welcome to our compliance podcast. Today we're off to Saudi Arabia. And before you ask, no, we're not talking about holidays or football. We're diving into something called the NDMO standards. Now, I'll be honest, I had to look up what NDMO even stands for. It's National Data Management Office. Lucky for me, my colleague here actually knows what she's talking about when it comes to international data protection. So what's all this about then?
Hello. Yes, Saudi Arabia is truly a brilliant example of how a country is driving forward its digital transformation with stringent data protection standards. The NDMO standards are quite the powerhouse.
Right, so when you say powerhouse, are we talking about something that's going to give me a headache, or is this actually interesting? Who's got to deal with all this stuff?
The Saudi Arabia National Data Management and Personal Data Protection Standards were introduced in January 2021 through a cabinet decision. They apply to all public entities in the kingdom, so government organisations, public authorities and companies operating public utilities or national infrastructure.
That's quite a broad scope of application. How comprehensive are these standards then?
Very comprehensive indeed. We're talking about 191 detailed specifications spread across 15 different data management domains. It's genuinely impressive, or perhaps rather overwhelming, depending on which side you're on.
Good grief, 191 specifications. That sounds like the kind of thing that would make grown IT managers weep. Please tell me they don't expect people to do all this overnight.
Absolutely. But the Saudis have done this rather cleverly. There's a 3-year phased approach. Priority 1. Specifications must be implemented by the end of the first year, Priority 2 by the second year, and Priority 3 by the third year.
And what happens if you don't comply? Are there checks and balances?
Oh my, yes indeed. The NDMO conducts annual compliance assessments with a rather unforgiving binary pass-fail system. Either you meet a specification or you don't. Non-compliance can trigger ad hoc audits and corrective actions that can significantly impact operations and reputation.
Crikey, they don't mess about, do they? Pass or fail, no middle ground. Right, so assuming I'm an organisation trying to get my head around this, what are the big things I need to worry about? What's going to keep me up at night?
Let me highlight 3 key areas. Firstly, the data catalogue and metadata domain. This is rather like the brain of the entire system. It's about comprehensive metadata management through consolidated activity logging and automated tracking.
Right, you've lost me already with metadata domain. I mean, I know what metadata is, sort of, but you're going to have to dumb this down for those of us who aren't living and breathing data management. What's this actually mean in plain English?
Certainly. Imagine every file in your system had a passport. Who created it? When? Who modified it? Who accessed it? These passports are the metadata. The NDMO standards require all this information to be captured and managed automatically.
Ah, brilliant. So like a digital paper trail for everything. I can actually picture that. What's the second area we need to think about?
That's the second crucial area. Document and content management domain. This is about controlling the capture, storage, access, and use of documents outside relational databases. The standards require OCR functionality, document indexing, version control with change history tracking, and secured access controls.
OCR, indexing, version control. It's like they want to know everything about everything, isn't it? And the third area?
Data security and protection domain. Multi-layer security through advanced authentication systems and embedded threat detection. This encompasses robust authentication systems, detailed asset inventories, and continuous monitoring capabilities.
Right, so basically they want Fort Knox level security for everything. Now I'm sitting here thinking, if I'm some poor IT director who's just been landed with this, where do I even start? Please tell me there's help out there and I don't have to build all this from scratch.
Yes, fortunately. Platforms like Kiteworks offer comprehensive support. They have, for instance, consolidated activity logs that capture metadata with key value pairs for every tracked activity, dates, users, activities, and IP addresses.
That's a relief. What about when I need to manage all those documents we talked about earlier?
Kiteworks provides comprehensive file storage capabilities and file versioning that tracks document changes over time, plus role-based access controls with different roles: owner, manager, collaborator, downloader, and viewer.
Owner, manager, collaborator, sounds like a proper hierarchy there. And you mentioned DevSecOps and all that security jazz. I'll be honest, that sounds quite reassuring. But here's what I'm wondering. Why should someone like me, who's probably never going to do business in Saudi Arabia, care about any of this?
Excellent question. These standards show where things are heading. More and more countries are introducing similarly stringent data protection and governance requirements. Those working at this level today are well positioned for the future.
So it's like getting ahead of the curve then? And what if I do end up working with Saudi companies?
Precisely. Business partners handling government data also fall under these regulations. It's rather handy to have a solution that meets these requirements.
Right, let me see if I've got this straight. Saudi Arabia has created this massive rulebook, 191 rules across 15 different areas. They're giving people 3 years to sort it all out, but they're definitely checking up on you, and if you fail, you're in proper trouble. Have I got that about right?
Exactly right. The 3 key areas are metadata management, document management, and data security. Modern platforms can help meet these complex requirements, and not just for Saudi Arabia, but as preparation for similar standards worldwide.
Perfect. And if anyone's thinking, blimey, I need to know more about this, where should they go?
Head over to kiteworks.com. There you'll find detailed information and support for international compliance requirements.
Well, that's been quite the eye-opener, hasn't it? Who knew Saudi Arabia was leading the charge on data protection?
Spot on. And remember, these standards aren't just bureaucratic hurdles, but help establish genuine data security and governance.
Thanks for walking me through all that, and thanks to everyone for listening. Catch you next time.
Until next time.
If it's private, kite it.